Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the new and improved conversational podcast. Whether you're joining us for the first time or you're a returning listener, we're thrilled to have you on board for another exciting adventure. Welcome to episode 210 of the Weebs Lounge podcast, a show where we talk about anime, manga, gaming, moves, and the weeb culture. Just like geek, just like nerds, but we call ourselves the weeb culture to talking and discussing honest conversation of debates and chaotic energy. For this week, we're talking about a lot of news because some people say we don't have a lot of news, but some people find a lot of news. But also we have a movie review as well, the rip from Netflix. So if you want to hear that discussion, share it to your friends, share it to your grandma, share it to your cousin, share it to your long lost brother that you just found out last week as well, because they will make this episode unforgettable. All powered by AniMa W3 Studio. It's your boy, Love and Peace, from Legendary Vash, the House of Tempest, your legendary Tranquilito, the Will Latinihi, and the hatred of Will Goldberg, because we don't talk about him on this show. We're all about it. But you know who is a big fan? He's the biggest fan, the world champion that holds the arms of Bill Goldberg every single week. He'd be like, you are the champion of the 5-minute matches. Is my world champion, Whawkins.
Yeah, you know what? Will Goldberg is great and all that. I'm sorry you're not a fan of Will Goldberg. I know you're a big old fan of Bill Goldberg, though. So, you know, more power to you. Love that you're a fan. It's not a stan, if you will, because we know those stans just love to process their media correctly. Right, everybody? Isn't that right, Byler fans? Isn't that right? I can't think of any other things to reference, but hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and ignorant children of the Isles, what is up? What is good? It is your reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world. That's right, it's Whawkins here. I'm going to be your guide through all the bullshit that is the regular media that we talk about on this show. Yeah, we have some things to talk about, I think, especially when it comes to the news segment. We actually all watched the same movie, fun fact. Yeah. So that's going to be fun to kind of dive into later on. But yeah, so far so good on this Sunday of recording. I am very much looking forward to going into work tomorrow. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic.
You can see, and he's excited. He is thrilled. Just like also our Cloudy Chins and Meatballs with many different names of many different weeks, but officially known as Cloudy Crescent. He is the sun god of the moon.
Yes, hello everyone. I am Cloudy. I am an angry cloud, though sometimes I am pleasant. I didn't really have a segue for this. I'm so sorry for this.
You're driving the car and then said, I don't know where to go. They'll go left,
I took
right.
the show card and I ripped it.
You're like, I'm gonna just got the steering wheel, just throw that shit like fuck it. I'm gonna just stay in park here.
We're good. We're gonna do it live. I have a new microphone. I actually sound like a decent person this time. I am prepared. We're good to go. Finally.
Hey, you know what? Since we're talking about equipment, because you know our next segment is Otaku Parlor, and that's the segment we're talking about all the media that we've been consuming. So this is more of just icebreaker chat. What do we want to throw shade at? Like our good co-host from Off the Bench Crash likes to always throw shade at all these distribution companies, but instead of attacking them, I'm gonna just talk about one right now. It's called Tourbox. Big shout out to them because I did my unboxing. My video will be coming out next week or so because I also been recording some B-rolls of how I've been using. For those that don't know, highly recommend it for any content creators and editors. But in case you should have a USB to USB-C cable, because when you get the item sent to you, it doesn't have a cable with it. It kind of sucks when you want to use it and you don't have no extra cable lying around with a USB to USB-C. So like you gotta go to Target, you gotta find it, and that pissed me the fuck off. Not saying any shade to the company of Tourbox. Also a big shout out to them. It's because I did get it as a free giveaway. I won it in your Comic-Con, and it was a big praise that I finally opened it during Christmas because hey, I want to gift myself something as a giveaway. So hey, big shout out to them for that. But the video will be coming out, so again, no shade to them, just that I've noticed companies that has done this. Like a big shout out to, like, I think like back in 2018 I bought a Nintendo 3DS and they decided not to have the cable attached to it no more because Nintendo believes that everyone has a Nintendo cable of a Nintendo 3DS. Like, hey, if you have an old one It's the same cable, it's the same plug-in for every other device of the Nintendo 3DS. So you guess what? Even if you lost your old cable, you just gotta buy a new one, even if it's $21. And yes, Chad, I still remember the price because I remember buying the Nintendo 3DS and then going home and finding out that they didn't have a cable, and they say, "Hey, if you have one at home, it works." Went home. I didn't have it no more. So that means I had to go the next day to GameStop or any Target or, Radio Shack that existed back in 2018 and, buy a new cable. That was fucking annoying. So please, companies, if you think that you're going to save money just because you don't want to have a USB to USB-C cable attached to it, please do it. The customer will truly greatly appreciate it. Other than that, that's my TED Talk on my bullshit travel from the week just to go and get a cable, even though I did grocery shopping, and even though I did have a gift card from Christmas for Target. So technically, did I really truly pay for it? Even though the bill was $120, but then I paid only $62. But then I went downstairs to Trader Joe's and I bought the same amount of items and only paid at Trader Joe's $60. Or technically, I think it was
too bad.
About 72. But look, hey, you heard it. In case you misheard, I bought the same amount of items, so that means I bought about 20 items in Target that was, without the gift cards, 120. But then going to Trader Joe's for the same amount of items, of 20 items, I only spent half the price still without the gift cards. It just shows Target has gotten expensive, chat. Just saying, as a grown man adult in his 30s, Target has gotten expensive over the pandemic and post-pandemic. Just saying, Chad, that is my TED Talk because, hey, save your money, go to Trader Joe's and fuck Target because it's too expensive right now, even though they have good items. That's what I'm saying. And what the fuck is all cables are white? Can I get black cables? It's weird on my desk that all my cables are black color, except for one fucking cable of USB to USB-C is white. Pisses me off slightly. But you know what? I just got to deal with it. That's all.
This racial, I feel like this is racially charged here, huh? What's wrong with white cables, huh?
I actually acquired all the black cables this week. Sorry,
it's unified. It's unified. It's unified color spectrum. All my cables are black except I have a red one. Right here, headphones. I can't do shit about it. But then I got a white one that just stands out, even though it's nicely wired, that good kind of narrative. But still, there was no black cables in Target, man. I was annoyed. I was like, God damn, I gotta ruin my whole setup of all black cables except that one red. But hey, it is what it is.
You can expect my resignation letter on Monday. So You
know what? Denied it. Request denied.
Along with the serve.
Stop! Damn it!
You don't get your bonus until December, so denied.
Damn it!
But does anybody else?
A full year.
So does anybody else have to say anything or rant about technology? Maybe they threw a headphones 2 weeks ago and they got a new one this week. Those things are welcome as well.
Stay tuned for retail therapy.
Oh, Vash. I shall double dip on your technology. Oh,
Talk
boy. So, as you guys know, got a new microphone. Hopefully it's evident to everyone. Hey, dude, new microphone. I actually sound decent. The saga that I had for this thing is incredible. Got the microphone, had it shipped in, cost around $300, I believe, and it came with a shock mount. It came with oh my god, what else did it come with? It came with a shock mount, and it came with an XLR cable. Basically,
very good quality. Good quality. You spent that little nice $300 bread.
Yeah, and it came with a little USB cord as well, and I was thinking like, okay, cool. So I just plug this USB into my computer and I hook up to the microphone. Okay, now I just need to get a decent stand. Order a stand from the same supplier. I got like model number 1, and I looked at it. It's like, wait a sec, model number 1, that doesn't work. Okay, well, that was an oopsie on my part. Let me get model number 2, and let me just check and make sure. It's like, all right, yeah, it should be compatible. Order model number 2. It's on back order to the end of the month. I'm like, oh, well, shit, that doesn't work. And then I look at it more, and it's like, wait a second, you liars, you filthy liars. This won't work with the microphone. But hey, I can hold on to my microphone and talk to it at the same time. I just need to plug it in with my USB. Oh, wait a sec. My PC doesn't have any of the USB ports necessary. I tried. It accidentally crashed the PC one day and made it explode. I was like, well, shit, now I know for next time. So I was like, well, okay, I need to get I need to get like another thing from the same company. It's basically called an AL1. It's where I can hook my XLR cable into that and then connect that box to the PC itself. And I was like, all right, that's perfect.
So you got an interface. Is what you got.
Yes, I did.
Yes. So that's why I have like a red Focusrite that connects my XLR cable, and then that has a USB-C that connects to a USB to the PC.
And I will be completely honest here. I really didn't give that much of a shit about the interface because I just wanted a USB-C to a USB-A cord. That way I can plug it in the PC and all my troubles will be worried. I ordered one from another supplier. And I was like, because you guys obviously don't have it. The people that I got the microphone from, you don't have it on its own. That's nice. I'll just shop for a new one. I found one. And I'm like, all right, time to go plug it in the microphone. It's too big. I'm like, fuck, man, it's too big for a microphone. God damn it. So then I had to go into the website again. It's like, okay, what cords do work with this thing? And that's where I found the interface. And this interface came with a USB-C to USB-A cord. I'm like, that's the only reason I'm getting you. That is it. So then I got everything. And it's like, all right, time to get the magical stand. I found one for $15. And I was like, perfect. We're all good. Then I got a microphone holder, which was harder than you might think. I had to go through a few to find one that fits the goddamn mic, but it's okay. And ever since then, we're fully prepared. If anyone will take a lesson from this, do not be afraid to, to look on other sites for your products. If you get a microphone, that's great. You don't need to get a desk stand or a microphone stand or the interface from the same place, because I'll tell you guys what, the stands that they were trying to sell were like $100.
Oh yeah,
like I said,
they will try to oversell you. OD.
Yep, and this stand I got was like $15, and it's fine. I'm fine with this. So, and unfortunately, Vash, I only got all black cords. They're all mine. You can have all the whites. You can have the whites. I'll take the blacks. We've achieved balance.
Hey, I no lie. I've thought about chat to literally just spray paint my spray paint my cable. I literally thought I do have some gold, some black, some silver spray paints that me and my wife have, and we have literally I literally have thought about literally just having all my cables out to literally just spray paint.
Good.
How about you, Whawkins? Any technological feats on your end?
I got new headphones. That's about it.
I know that you were approached about it more during your retail therapy. My last thing I want to mention that you triggered something in my head talking about shipment and everything, Cloudy, is Amazon pissed me off for a couple of times. Amazon, not throwing any shade. You are a multi-billionaire dollar company. You guys got your bullshit and everything. But man, so. There's a TikTok shop, right? But there's Camel and those other things. What? And sometimes I just don't dive into that because that's just a headache for me off my shit. I don't got time for that. I support my wife in going through all these other sites and everything. I'm like, hey, if you want to try shit, we do it. We go for it. I saw that there's like a kind of like a ring holder, like a ring type of remote control where you could press button of going up and down, while you're scrolling on the social media or while you're laying in bed or while you have your tablet like right above me, but I want to scroll and I could just press the button and continue scrolling. There's a TikTok thing going there, but I'd rather just buy Amazon, just third party, and how it succeeds. I also bought my wife a gift. It was supposed to arrive, by the way, Chad. We are here on the 18th of Sunday recording. It was supposed to arrive already by now. By then, it was supposed to arrive by now. However, it hasn't arrived. But it finally gave me an actual confirmation saying that arrival, because before the past week, it just said estimate date. It never said arrival, never said with delivery. Now it changed to actual delivery on the Tuesday for both my wife's gift, and I got myself the, trying it out, see if it works with the sensor from Amazon. I was, there's so many fucking third parties, so many off-brand ones that have copied the similar styles. Chat, please do your research. Like Trev said, please do your research. Go Go down the reviews, go down the ranking. If it says number 4 out of 2,000, if it says 100, like 160, but it only has 20 reviews, like, please look your information. I dive in my details. Like, don't go for the one that says $10 because it's 10. Don't go for the one that says, 45 just because it's pricier and it might be better. So please do your research, because I'm testing one out that said $10 and had the best reviews, the number 4 out of the ranking. I had interest in the $45 one, but guess what? It had no reviews, and it was number 120 out of the ranking. So you gotta pick and choose what it is. That's my only advice, chat. Amazon, thank you for doing your work. Thank you for doing your job. But please don't fuck up and do your bullshit. That's all I gotta say on my end. But I know, Trev, you had I felt like a brain blast that you was gonna comment.
Oh, it's just piggybacking off of that comment, where just do your research, no matter what. Just look into the products that you want, read the reviews. You could go on Reddit, you can go on Google, just read the reviews, and then double check the schematics to make sure that you are actually getting something that fits with your product. Again, finding a microphone holder, it took like 3 different attempts to get the right one.
I agree, Sydney. I agree.
Hey, with those 3 different attempts, understand, chat, things happen. Packages also get robbed. People go through the most bullshit of things in that way. So hopefully you understand. Do your research. Amazon, wherever place that you shop with, hopefully you get your cables in your packages. And if you gotta take a bullet by going through 5 different sites, you gotta do it. But with that being said, let's transition into our Otaku Parlor. Is discussing the latest media we've consumed, the latest times that we have checked in with, the latest conversation of anime, manga, movies, television, maybe books, maybe manga, anything that we have been discussing, that we've been consuming without this past week from the last show of 219, or things we've forgotten to bring up over the past month. Things happen. As always, the first person that goes through and tells us about his entertainment that he has been consuming, Whawkins, our world champion.
Yeah, so the one singular movie I watched this week, because okay, I'm actually trying my damnedest, my hardest to watch at least a movie a week this year. I'm gonna try to stick to that. Keyword try, because I'm a very busy boy, and when I get home I get tired, and when I get tired I don't want to do anything besides maybe just throw on Digimon, which I got some words to say about Digimon. But the one movie I did watch this week we'll talk about later on, because it was kind of a group movie that we watched. So stay tuned for thoughts about that. Anime and manga. Here is now your catch up, if you will, with what I've been consuming anime and manga wise. Not much anime, because I actually am dwindling down, because I'm somebody that likes to finish lists. I like when lists go from like 10 to 9, 8, 7, like all the way down to 0, or at least close enough to 0, or I'm just like, okay, I can put you on the back burner for a different time. So when it comes to anime and manga, finally be able to catch up on a few of those things. But with manga, sorry, I throat scratchy right now, but Yugioh manga, I finally finished that first 59-ish chapters of the first part of the Yugioh manga. Literally right before we started recording, I finished the last 4 chapters I had left of it. The Pharaoh's a cheater, for one. He is a blatant cheater. I forgot just how bad of a cheater he is. I mean, this last duel he has with Bakura is just a D&D game. And I mean, granted, Bakura does cheat as well, but literally the Pharaoh takes control and he's just starting to cheat by rolling these dice. And he's just yes, I know how to roll the dice so well that I can put this spin move on him, which with JoJo Part 7 coming in 2026, keep spinning in mind, because spinning rules the world and every universe you're in. So Atem just he has a spin to get all these crits and all that, and literally this whole duel, this whole D&D campaign that they're doing is literally just them cheating to get critical rolls. And I'm just sitting here you guys are assholes. You guys are dicks for all this. But it's so silly. but in the entertaining way. Like literally, these guys can attest to it. I'm literally reading the last 2 chapters and I'm like, this is stupid. But I love it. Like, it's the kind of stupid that gets me engaged and gets me wanting to just like continue onward. I'm just like, all right, this is some bullshit, but I love it because it's like, oh, there's a setup and a payoff for it. But also the kind of bullshit, but fine, whatever floats your boat, Yu-Gi-Oh manga. So finally finished that. Finally gonna be starting like the Duelist Kingdom stuff now. The things that I do know at least somewhat remember from the anime are going to be coming through. These first 59 chapters though, with Yugi just doing random games or like board games or anything, it's really cool. I really like it. I really like kind of diving into some of these other games and seeing just other like ways that Yugi can get around them in order to win and beat his opponent. Some of them are bullshit. Some of them are like, okay, that was extremely lucky, but fine, cool, whatever. But yeah, really enjoying my time with that. When it comes to the other manga I'm consuming, Iruma, I got to chapter 61, which from what I've heard about from like talking to friends and all that kind of ends like the season 1 stuff. So I'll be going into the anime to just kind of solidify what I've already seen in the manga. But man, Iruma's that man. I can't wait for the day he becomes Demon King. He's gonna become Demon King, dude. That moment when he walked up to the throne and literally the texts are just like everyone just stood there and watched, and there's a whole page with like the chair and Iruma walking up to it. Now, granted, a little caveat with that little asterisk, it's technically something called Irumin, where he like goes through his demon cycle or whatever.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, which side do you enjoy more of your personality, the Iruma or the Rumi, like the demon side that has more of his power?
I like both. I really like both. I don't know which one I prefer though, because I do really like Nicer. I think I do prefer Nice Iruma because that is like base him. I do like how they're doing the thing where even though Irumin is a thing, regular Iruma still recalls everything that happened, so it's not like one of those things where like he blacks out completely, doesn't know what he did and all that. No, literally the day comes when he goes back to it and he's like crying to his demon that's in his ring and all that. He's just like, I can't believe I did all that shit. And it goes through this little montage of him going up to people being like, I'm sorry, and I'm just sitting here like, you know what? Yes, this makes total sense.
He's so wholesome. He's so wholesome. I love that. I love that you're enjoying him as a character. I enjoy reacting to season 1 and everything. I plan to react to season 2 and 3 because season 4 is returning in the spring season, I believe, or summer, I believe.
Yeah, I should hopefully. The plan is for me to be caught up by then, so I can watch the anime weekly. Stay tuned if that actually is a thing, but at least with season 4 stuff, I might be caught up. I don't know, man. It's a really good story. Like, it's not something that's like super serious. Like, oh, we have to do this to save the world from the Demon King and all that. No, it's just a human hanging out with demons. You know, like there's some slice of life things in it, sure, but there is like a story to it where it's like, okay, we're learning the world through Iruma. We're learning some of like how this world is structured and all that. Because like currently they don't have a ruler of their world. They still have to like figure that out. I don't know if they ever will before. I'm still banking on Iruma becoming the Demon King. I think there's a little bit more to go in like whatever happens with that. But I just really like this, and I like that we're like doing more with the Misfit class. We're starting to kind of learn what they bring to the table, and just how like this last arc with Irumin really gave something that the Misfit class needed, which was the push in the right direction, because you see this oftentimes, whether it's like media you watch or in real life or anything, you see this thing where it's like, okay, these people have so much potential. They can achieve greatness. They can achieve anything that their heart desires. But they're kind of a bad apple. They're kind of shit people, you know? And it's like, okay, how do we get these people to utilize their strengths in the most positive way? And Iruma gave that to some of these guys. Like, there's this one guy who's really good at games. Well, how does he get over beating this one teacher in a game? Oh, let's bring this girl that basically has pheromones or whatever, making people fall in love with her and do whatever she wants with them. Like, okay, great. That's your workaround. All right, cool. But then you have this other guy who literally, they say in the story, the first day of school, he tried to kill a teacher. And then you have this guy who's literally like almost a Vegeta archetype. You have him apologize to the teacher. And I'm just sitting here like, this is a really good character moment, because it's like you get little snippets here and there of this guy, like kind of not like fully changing his mindset, but kind of easing or toning down a little bit, being like, okay, I have a rival now in Iruma. Cool, great, awesome, fantastic. But I can kind of match him, because what Iruma's doing is way different than what I'm doing. I'm being so forceful with it. I'm being like the kind of an asshole in a way, but Iruma's able to get around all these things. How is that? Why is that? You know, and he doesn't really have a lot of introspection like that, but you can just tell in the actions of this character that he's learning to be a different character. He's learning to be a different person and all that. So I really appreciate that. And I'm really hoping we get into more of that with the other characters, like the whole idol character. I like her little shtick. I think that was a really cute, fun arc. I really want to dig more into like this gaming guy, this one dude who can basically steal shit, and like his power is literally like, I can work my way around anything and steal anything. It's just like, oh, how can you expand on that, Mr. Snake Boy, Mr. Orochimaru of the series?
I was gonna add that this is a great cast that you bring up, like the whole cast, even his possible love interest.
I love Amari.
I love her. She's adorable. By the way, you should watch her in season 1. The way they personate, the way she tried to read the light novel or the manga and try to ask the questions, and he's like, "Please read me more." And her trying to act all adorable, and the father is like, "Oh, I don't know if I approve this." Like, just all the cute shit.
I love when the father was sitting there with Iruma and it was kind of like clicking in his head, and then Mary just comes in. She's just like, yeah, we spend a lot of quality time together, alone quality time. He's just like, he has the reaction like, wait, what? Like the facade of being basically the border control drops, and he's in full father mode, just like, nah, you ain't touching my daughter. Get the fuck away from my daughter. Like, what the hell is this bullshit? Love the switch.
On top of that, I love the grandfather opera, them together at home. It's just a great teaching. It's just how they try to act like a family, but then they do become a family the more time passes by. I love how his best friend, Alice and Clara, they're a fucking adorable trio. And I just love that anime is so colorful. Like, we don't really get a lot of characters having colorful hair, colorful art style, but they just go full broad, like just full 120 with everything, with the color in the anime and everything. The art style as well just seems beautiful. So just to hear you speak very highly about that just sounds amazing, just to see about the characters as well.
Dude, I spent the better part of an hour. This was like a week ago or something. I was talking to our mutual friend Edens about it, and then he started showing me some scenes from the anime, mainly from Clara and her family, because dude, they literally just burst out into song randomly, and I shit you not. And I told him this too, and I may have said it on this show too. I don't remember, because time is just a big old blur, but it's literally the same song, like the same rhythms, the same melodies. It's just they always change the word each time.
Yep. It's catchy as hell, though. It's catchy as hell. It works.
Oh man, it's just really good, man, and I love seeing this too. Like I could go on ages, especially with a Mary, like the arc with her becoming timid and all that, and where that leads. Oh, dude, it's so good. Oh my god, Iruma's really good. It's really good, and I mean, again, I'm only like 60 chapters into it. There's like 420 something chapters in it. Like I'm in for a good ride because I know it gets better. I know there's other moments and all that shit, but it's just like on the emotional chord, this series. And you know what? Fudge it. Future Vash, you can change this as well too. This is my recommendation. If y'all haven't watched or read Iruma-kun, go and watch and read it, whichever one. I've been told to read it just because, source material and all that stuff. But even the anime I've been hearing is really good, and the scenes and the few episodes I've seen of it are pretty good. They have adapted a few things. They've been adding a few things here and there too, like some of the stuff that happens like after the chapters and all that. So it's it's just really good, man. Like,
you have a top 3 favorite characters right before you transition, right? Then, like, is there a top 3 that you have? Our boy Caligo as well, one of the strongest type of sorcerer,
yes,
but became his bitch and everything. Like, is there a top 3 of your favorite characters?
Dude. The chapter where they're playing frisbee in Calca, it's just there's no dialogue. He just waddles up, picks it up, and just oh my god.
Bro is pissed.
Top 3. Oh, he was pissed. He was pissed he had to be part of that class. Man, top 3 characters. I mean, this isn't in any order. Mary's one of them. Iruma definitely is. And I would say Clara as well. Dude, Clara's just great. She just comes in, dude. Trevor. She has a power where she can, if she sees something, like let's say she saw this Snorlax plush, she can literally pull it out of her pocket. Not the same one, mind you.
So basically, cartoon hammer space.
Yeah, basically, infinite
and
too.
She has alligator shoes, I believe.
Yeah, that are her familiar.
That's her familiar. Yep.
Oh, okay.
When they were playing, when they were in the class playing, instead of her like throwing the frisbee, it was her familiar grabbing the frisbee and be like, "All right, Clara, catch."
I just triggered my memory. I remember the first episode. I don't know if this happened in the first chapter, but I remember the first episode where Iruma did a suplex.
Yeah, he did the perfect German suplex. That was the first one.
Okay, so that was the first chapter as well. Cool. Because in the first episode, bro, I remember watching that with my old co-host and everything, and I remember having the thumbnail, just literally a whole German suplex in perfect form and everything. I'm like, bro.
Dude.
That's insane.
The setup for that moment is so freaking good. Where it's just like, oh yeah, instead of our class rep doing this, we're just gonna have this Iruma kid go up there, who's the grandson of the headmaster and all that. It's just like, oh, well, what is his speech? Here, I wrote your speech down for you. It's just a spell, a forbidden spell. Oh, what's the forbidden spell? You can't fall over for the rest of the day. Oh. Later that day, he tries to catch this guy from doing an attack on people, hurting them, grabs them, and he's just like, oh wait. Read or watch this series. It's
the perfect you
so
right
good. But it's like on the emotional level, though, it got me at like chapter 16, where Iruma. I won't spoil that much. I've already spoiled enough. Go read or watch it. It's fun.
Is it about the fireworks?
What?
Was it during the fireworks scene?
No, it was way before then. Okay. I'd have to go back and look at it. Because again, memory Swiss cheese. Oh my god, go read or watch Iruma. That's my anime and manga stuff. And also my recommendation this week, because it was my turn and I jumped the shark, but I don't care. Future Vash can take care of that, right, Future Vash?
Yes.
That's right. Good. Thank you, Future Vash. Video games, I'm gonna keep it short. I'm almost done with Digimon. I know I am. I know. I just got the megas. Dude.
Mm-hmm.
I just was able to. Thank God, because I'm still kicking myself from not getting or not completing that one side mission, and I would have had them. It would have been perfect thematically. So now my brain, when I was going into that one mission, is just like, oh, thematically, this would have been great to introduce my megas.
Gross.
Damn game didn't tell me, oh yeah, you're going to the digital world. You can't go back in time. Fuck you. It's like, okay. Fine. I'll wait until I can, which is apparently near the end of the game. Awesome. So hopefully soon I'll have that beat and have a full review with it. Same with Hi-Fi Rush. Eventually I'll be back to streaming that again one of these days. Hopefully we'll see. I'll figure it out. I'll figure that out eventually. But as time of recording this and as of day this is coming out, yes,
Tuesday morning.
Tuesday. So yeah, this evening if you're watching this in the morning or afternoon, JoJo reaction streams coming up so I can catch up. They're coming. Gonna happen on Tuesday. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that on Tuesday. Stream should already be up, by the way. So
chat.
Be sure to.
So I guess we're doing Gears of War on Thursday evening. I guess we're doing Thursday evening for Gears of War.
Yes. Thursday evening for Gears of War, everybody. So
stay tuned for that. I should go later after we're done recording. Change the date from Tuesday to Thursday.
Yeah, change that date. And to finally finish that off, retail therapy. I got new headphones. Why? Because Sonic Crossworld sucks. Anyways,
what?
You heard me.
Of just getting good.
Getting good at it. Yeah, getting good at a game that no matter how good you are, you get knocked into 5th place right at the finish line.
No, you were on the same team as me. You were in 11th.
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about that cloud that's right there. That cloud, the dog we were with, the tune that we were with. Yeah. Y'all didn't do too hot either.
Well, chat, go play Crosswords on Sonic. I'm gonna go next, chat, because I have it short, and we're gonna hear our Cloudy talk for a good 20 minutes talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. So I could go simple on my end, chat. I did see 2 movies that I don't think I get the chance to speak about. If my co-host wants to correct me, be like, yes, Vash, you did speak about that last week or 2 episodes ago. I'm like, cool.
Oh, no.
But I did watch 2 movies in this past month. A big shout out, like I did speak about prior. It was Mickey 17. It was 2 of the movies that I did get to see. It was the Naked Gun and the Minecraft movie. Honestly, the Naked Gun, this was with Liam Neeson and also guest star appearance of Cody Rhodes. He was there in the film as well. Yeah. The comedy was there for me. I had a good time because, if you know the Naked Gun franchise, if you know the movie that you're about to go see, you already know what you're expecting. However, if you don't tell your wife what she's expected to watch, you might be asking.
Even better.
She might be asking a couple times, hey, babe, what the fuck are we watching?
Not once. She didn't say that with the other movie.
Not once, not twice, but 3 times she asked me what the fuck we're watching. And don't worry, Whawkins, because like I mentioned earlier, Chad, I did watch the Minecraft movie. And we watched both in the same day, because I believe we did. I did have it on the same. Yes, we did have it on the same day. The Naked Gun and Minecraft movie. We watch it back to back as well. And she also did ask me, not once, not twice, 3 times, babe, what the fuck are we watching? And my response to her was, just enjoy it, just watch it.
No, not the Triple H one. Not the Triple H excuse. Don't give her that.
Just watch it. Just watch it.
No.
And she did watch it. Did she take a nap in between? Yes. Even though my wife would tell me she did it. Even though I heard her snore from afar and be like, I hear you. I hear you. But hey, she did enjoy it. She did watch it. She did have a good time from what she says. Was she honest about it? I don't know. But she did have a good time.
To ask.
She did have a good time with the naked gun. I will say that. Did she have a good time with the Minecraft one? No, because I will tell you this, and honestly, she doesn't know what the fuck happened. She was just there for the ride, and she was there just to watch it with me, and I was there for the ride. The naked gun was 2 out of 5 stars for me. It was just entertaining. Like, if you know what you're going through for, it's not bad, it's not great, it's a solid, entertaining film. However, the Minecraft, I just wanted to watch it just because of Jack Black and because of Jason Momoa. And the other chick from Peacemaker. Those 3 were there for a reason. The other 2 young and up-and-coming stars, I didn't really care for them, but it was cool to see them. They're like, hey, I hope this helps for your future and your career. Great. Jack Black had a song of the chicken. That was funny. That was fun.
No, don't summon them.
You don't have to do it. Nope, we don't have to say it.
It was fun. At the end, it's just funny that a pig got sliced or burned and then became a pork chop to be eaten. It was pretty interesting. That's all I got for the Minecraft movie. And the Naked Gun, my double review. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Other than that, I don't have no TV show. I didn't continue my update for One Piece. Me and wifey just took a week break because we've been busy. We really didn't lock in. However, when it comes to Percy Jackson in Season 2, Episode 7, solid, entertaining. It's been fun. I don't have much other than it sucks that it happened from last week, Wednesday, and I have to remember thoughts for this, and I didn't write any thoughts or review or thread for Percy Jackson in our Discord community thread. However, all I could say is that in Episode 8, we're about to have a war! That's all I got. We're about to have a war. I know one of them is going to die. One of the characters, they're finally going to die. But who is it would be? Or would you trust your visions of who is one of the goddess of the big 3 that will take out the city of Olympus? Only time will tell. Other than that, I played the game of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I played for a good hour, and then I slept for 30 minutes after. So I took a good nap, and then I turned off the game and went to sleep. But the game was fun. The only reason I slept is because I had to do the part of the mission when it came back from destroying the reactor, and then I had to go to other people's houses and get to know them and everything. So I just was bored during that part, even though it was amazing to stare at Tifa during the whole time, and she's like, oh, beautiful young lady, such a beautiful young lady.
Back off.
What?
She's mine in my game. She's mine. She's taken.
Back off.
And also my girl, Aerith. So I was like, hey, I hope to see you soon.
Oh, you can have Aerith. That's
yeah,
fine.
I hope to see you soon.
Fight.
But Tifa, you are definitely amazing.
Back off.
The design is fabulous on the bar and everything you're owning. Can't wait to see more and play more. My goal is to defeat more of my games this year. I said that last year. I was not good on that, but I will do better on my manga, my gaming, and my TV shows. That's the goal. I've been doing better in my movies. I already have 4 movies knocked out, and my first 2026 movie, The Rip, that we'll be talking about momentarily. So stay tuned, chat, if you want to see the review. Time codes are down below in the description. But other than that, that's all I got for movies, television, and gaming. I'm going to pass it back to our Trev. Talk to us.
Previously on Yu-Gi-Oh! What did we talk about? Let's see. I got through the preliminaries of Battle City Finals, and this time it was all about the big old finale. We got the 4-way duel of Yugi, Joey, Kaiba, and Merrick, and following that, we had the robbery of Joey Wheeler's victory. We had Yugi versus Kaiba, and then of course we had Yugi versus Merrick. And you may be thinking, all right, is it time for another 20-minute segment? No. Actually, no. Not this time. Because turns out the duels are pretty much 1-to-1 with what we all saw, with some minor exceptions. The 4-way duel, pretty much the same as we saw it. Yugi versus Kaiba, the big change is that, how do I describe this?
Yeah, who cheats?
No, they don't cheat. It just surprises me that the anime took 6 goddamn episodes to do this one match. But the manga, I believe, is like a volume's worth. Where the god cards come out pretty quickly. They destroy each other once. And Kaiba is put in his place. He gets humbled. And the only big difference after that is that Kaiba and Ishizu have a moment where Kaiba's like, fine, I lost, but I know Yugi's going to lose against Merrick. He doesn't have a chance. If he had this trade-in card, he might have a chance. And then Ishizu says, like, Kaiba, you can read ancient Egyptian now, can't you? Because of the whole thing, his little culture shock when he's able to decipher the raw text on the blimp. He's like, yeah, so it's like, what do you remember that giant tablet you saw in battle at the Domino Museum? What did that say? And it's like, oh, well, nothing. It was just Priest Seto just praising his friend. You bitch, you want me to help out Yugi, don't you? It's like, yeah, go ahead, help him, pussy. You won't.
Go, do it, do it,
do it, punk.
And guys, you're not gonna believe you're not gonna believe this, but Kaiba, he has character development.
Dun dun dun.
The character that is most famous in this series for not really having much character development gets like heaps of it in the last moments, because he gets humbled by Yugi, and it's like, wow, is this what it means to just hate all the time? I built a monument of hatred on top of my father's military island for children's card games. Is this the right path? And the Mokuba, of all people, snaps him back out. It's like, I miss when you were happy, because this is just hurting me. And it's like, oh. And it's like, well, Kaiba, Ishizu says, like, do you want to help out your friend, the Pharaoh? And he's like, I don't want to believe in that, but he says, fuck it. And he gives the card not Ragnarok, Fiend Sanctuary to Yugi. And then the duel pretty much plays out the same. And then it turns out there is a couple more differences. It turns out I had to double check this because I'm getting into the final part of the whole Yu-Gi-Oh story with the Millennium World after this. But apparently Kaiba doesn't appear at all in the final story. He doesn't make any appearances. Not one.
Huh.
Which is weird.
Yeah, because he did in the anime, right?
Yeah, he was kind of crucial to season 5. So not sure how we're gonna get through this one. But yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Joey versus Merrick was the same, by the way. Yeah. The same shadow game, the same dual ending. Oh, I could say this: Yugi versus Kaiba. They did not have the Joey subplot at all of him having an imaginary duel with a 12-year-old. That was gone. Thank fuck. And honestly, you want to know something really cool about Yugi versus Kaiba?
Yeah.
The whole time, the spirit of Joey Wheeler is with Yugi. The whole time. It is literally Yugi, Atem, and Joey dueling Kaiba.
Oh, so that's how they won. 3-on-1. Again, cheating. All this Pharaoh knows is how to cheat. I'm not blaming Yugi. This is all Atem, that cheating bastard. No wonder he became a freaking mummy.
What's funny is that like he appears like 5 different times during the duel, and only one time does he speak. The other times he's like a motivational speaker, except he doesn't say anything. He's just there's like, hey, what's up, Yuke? It's like, oh, that's it, I know what to do. You're doing it against the soul of Joey, Kaiba. It's like, I'll destroy you, Yuki.
I'll destroy that soul with my money
and my hatred. Dude, it reminds me of the Yu-Gi-Oh bridge joke, Whawkins, where Joey's dueling Kaiba in the anime exclusive duel. By the way, that's not in the manga. Joey versus Kaiba? Nope, doesn't happen. Just goes right into Yugi versus Merrick. But when Joey duels Kaiba, you might remember this joke where it's like, Well, I think Yugi has a point, big brother. You duel with nothing but hate inside your heart. And then it flashbacks. And Yugi's like, you have nothing but hate inside your heart, Kaiba. Also, you dress funny. Ha! Ha! It is that kind of revelation.
Oh my god.
But in manga.
But in the manga.
It's two different things, Yugi.
So yeah, honestly, that was kind of in terms of the manga. Nothing too big. There was no virtual world, no Joey and Kaiba battle for the bronze. It was just good old fashioned card games. And I guess the only other thing to note was Takahashi's continuous notes that he made throughout the volumes. In fact, I swore I took a snapshot of this. But would you guys like to guess what his favorite creature was? Or his favorite monster, I should say.
The Dog Magician?
Oh, what was that, Vash?
The Dog Magician?
We have a Dark Magician. Whawkins, would you like to guess?
Summoned Skull.
Summoned Skull did not crack his top 10, but Dark Magician is his number 2.
I swear, if it's Dark Magician Girl.
So now, everyone, it's time for the top.
Oh god damn it!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters by the original author Takahashi. Number 10.
All right.
Oh, we could do a full short on this one. Guy of the Fierce Knight, number 10. Number 9, Time Wizard. Number 8, Exodia. Number 7, Dark Magician Girl. There you go. Number 6, Buster Blader. Number 5, Panther Warrior. Number 4, Red Eyes Black Dragon. Number 3, Karibo. Number 2, Dark Magician. And number 1, Blue Eyes
I knew
White
it.
Dragon.
I knew it was Blue Eyes. I knew it. I knew it was fucking Blue Eyes. Of course. The fucking card that gets used as the most OG powerful I've seen. Oh my god, I knew it was Blue Eyes. I was like, in my head, I'm like, it has to be Blue Eyes. If it's not Dark Magician number 2, then it has to be Blue Eyes. Oh my god, of course.
He's a very casual man, and I kind of want to end this segment in terms of the manga just by saying, how do you guys think he came up with Merrick, the guy that I told you guys before murdered people by bringing up their suicidal thoughts? How do you think he came up with such a character?
He looked in the mirror.
Oh my god, that's what was your answer?
Mine was depression.
Not exactly. So to quote him, he basically, the context for this is that he's just trying to contextualize. It's like, I want to be free on my lunch breaks. I just want to do stuff. But he says, and I quote here, I do not walk around with a cell phone. Why? Because my assistants will be able to find me. When I'm walking around town, when I'm meeting friends, that's my time of freedom. But then I hear a voice inside me. Finish your script. Stop fooling around. I want more time to play. Somebody help me. And then I got an idea for a character. A rude guy who barges into people's minds. And that is the origin of Merrick, Kazuki Takahashi in the year 2000.
Yeah, okay, so I was partially right with the mirror then. All right, good, perfect, excellent.
And I was partially right about the depression. Partially.
Yeah.
I'll take 5%.
You're both right. Congrats. But yeah, honestly, that's kind of it. Next time we're gonna see the big one. It's the final season, final arc, and that's like 64 fucking chapters. So that's gonna be a trek and a half. Yeah, did I do any games? No, not really any new games. It's been a quiet week. And movies, well, I saw The Rip, just so I could talk about it with these two lovely pals of mine. So yeah, we're going to get into that very soon, I imagine.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, and with that, chat, we are moving on from our Otaku Parlor to the deep conversation of the big news and buzz central of the latest. Let's sit down in the lounge and hear what happened in the latest media. Get ready to dive into the latest buzz, the hottest news, and our spirited opinions on everything entertainment. If it's your first time here, be aware that our first segment is always the sweaty news. That is our talking about our gaming, because you sweat while you're in the game, you get anxiety, you get mad, you throw a controller, you throw headphones, anything happens while the gaming happens. But the next thing is anime lately. That's our anime and manga. And then our Weebs news is our movie, TV, and anything related to the media. So our first thing is our sweaty news. Out of this news, guys, out of this discussion, what is it that draws your attention? And are you excited for the number one thing that Sophie Turner is Lara Croft right here? The picture I have behind me. She got our first look. Our cosplay is what people call it as a joke, or some people said in the comments saying that it's not pixelated enough to get the pointy titties out there.
I'm indifferent to it. I kind of need to see her in motion.
Oh, I bet you do. I bet you do want to see. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
It's just hard to imagine her. Like, I think she can. I think she looks the part. I just need to see her act the part.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. She did look the part. I did post a video for anybody that saw the short form content. I posted on our social media platforms. She does look the part. Like, I like the red glasses, and also this is the year of Lara Croft because this is a TV series for anybody that wants a confirmation. It's not a movie. I thought it was a movie at first, but it's a TV on Amazon Prime. And usually, you know, when Amazon, they got the money. They do mess up their packages. Some packages do get stolen, but the money in their product is there for their budget. Fallout, the Lord of the Rings series, and other projects they have done always looks good in the cinematics view. So when it comes to Lara Croft, I have high expectations because the game as well, the remaster, The Legacy of Atlantis, I believe that's what it's called, comes out also this year. It doesn't have an exact release date, but most likely, you know, when it comes to marketing and to advertisement, they will have both, you know, probably being released close by each other.
Yeah. I have nothing else to add.
All right.
Yeah.
Any other comments for the next things we have? The Lego Legend of Zelda is now available for collectors. How we feel about this news?
It's funny how I feel like this was strategically placed after what I can only imagine was the immediate backlash of you're expecting me to pay $650 for Pokemon, and it's like, oh, hold on, here's Legend of Zelda, and it's $130. Is that's better, right?
No,
go us.
No, it's not better.
I actually know two people that actually pre-ordered this already.
Of course you do. Was one of them freaking Jude?
No, it wasn't this time. He wants to, though. He wants to. But one of our friends...
He probably could have if he didn't get the other one.
Yeah. Instead of spending the $650 on Kilt on that, he would have definitely been able to.
Like, I'll at least say this. I would at least pay money for this one compared to the Pokemon ones, you know? Like... At least this one, I can be like, okay, you know, $130, still a bit cheap or steep. I mean, yeah, I would buy this over the Pokemon ones because at least these kind of look good.
Yeah,
like my thing is that they both look good, but one is far cheaper than the other.
Yeah,
that is true.
Like honestly, like the more I kind of look at this and the more I kind of see the price, this one at least I could be like, okay, you know what? Fine. If this is gonna be $130, it's just that Pokemon one. When you showed me those prices, I'm just like, that's stupid. That's redonkulous.
Oh my god, I just noticed that Ganon has the rainbow tail weakness. That's great. Yeah. Love that.
Yeah, see, like at least this one is good. Yeah. It's worth the money for the rainbow tail.
I feel like it's designed well, and I feel like it looks good for the price. So $130 for this actually is well done.
Whatever. So, you know, fine, cool, neat. I mean, still, again, expensive. I'm not going to buy it, but, you know. Better than $400.
Hey, chat, if you guys got the money, go spend the money. Do what you need to do. But moving on for more of the gaming news related, we have two Nintendo news that I would like to shoot you guys with. One is Nintendo Switch 2 sales are not doing well right now in Japan. They went from $14,000 yen of stock to now almost close to under 10,000 in yen in the first quarter already of the year, even though we're only 3 weeks, but people are worried already. And the second one is Brendan Fraser says he's playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but he's currently, quote, by his words, I'm still stuck in the Zelda Breath of the Wild. I want to know how to get better with weapons without getting my ass kicked by all the Linos.
Brendan, no.
Here's what you do. All right, Brendan Fraser, if you're watching this and listening to this, I have some news for you. I have the hot tips for you. You ready? You ready for this? Play Tears of the Kingdom instead. All right,
no.
Or like a lot of gamers will tell you is get good.
Well, because at least with Tears of the Kingdom, you can craft your own weapons. So it's like, okay, just spend some time in like the little underground part, get some good parts to use, and bada bing, bada boom. There you go, realest guys in the room.
Brendan, my advice to you, I hopefully, this is already knowledge made available, but master the backflip, do the perfect dodges,
do a barrel roll.
Yes, unironically, do the barrel roll. Shoot him in the face when he's doing his big charge, or freeze him when he's charging up his big explosion move. Just freeze him, hit him then. You got this, buddy.
Exactly.
We believe in you.
Exactly. We believe in you. We believe you can do it. Accomplish your biggest fears of Breath of the Wild.
Believe in the heart of the weapons.
But with that being said,
they shatter too easily.
But with that being said, how do we feel about Nintendo Switch 2 stocks going downhill, even though none of us three have any stock in Nintendo? So we're not, bitching and crying about it like the stockholders are, because they went from 14,000 yen in August of 2025 to now having less than 10,000 in their stock, and they just get scared.
It's just funny. It's the fact that it's like, oh, well, all these consumers are worried over nothing, they don't know the in and outs of the business. Here comes the business saying they're in deep trouble, and it's like, oh, we're fine, guys, really, it's okay. It's just funny to me.
I mean, I don't care. I have my Switch 2. They already have my money. I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, me either.
All I care about is next month for Pokemon Day. Please, I beg you, give me my Pokemon Coliseum and my XD Gale of Darkness on my NSO. Literally, and I said this to some friends the other day too. The final push for me to get a Switch 2 when it was released and when it was going around and all that, the final push for me was seeing that NSO of the GameCube and then seeing XD Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Coliseum on there. I'm like, sold. You already got me. You can already have my money now. You gave me Donkey Kong when I got it. That was great. That was awesome. Didn't play Mario Kart World because fuck that noise. Just give me my Pokemon Coliseums. That's all I want. That's all I care about. Just give it to me. Give me what I want.
Same here. I don't got no more thoughts about this. We're ready to move on to the other Pokemon company that is very similar to their lineup, because they say, if Oprah could say, you get a card game, One Piece gets a card game, Yu-Gi-Oh gets a card game, Digimon gets a card game, everyone gets a card game. Even the copyright company will tell you, you get a card game. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Palworld is getting a card game, Chad. This coming release of this summer season, July 30th, we will be launching a Palworld card game. It's true. It's real. Do I care for it? No.
Why is it still a thing?
I feel like this is just them intentionally trying to piss off Nintendo in every conceivable avenue, just because they can.
Yeah.
Hey, go for it.
Yeah. I just don't care. I don't care, Palworld. I don't care about your IP. I don't care about your mediocre at best game. I just don't care. Just get out of here.
But if you want to get out here, chat, I got some better news to discuss here. We got best of news. We got some great news here. We have the announcement that Ryan Hurst has been cast as Kratos in the live-action God of War series, coming soon. Again, quick reminder, like I mentioned earlier, from Lara Croft on Amazon Prime. This one will be on Amazon Prime, most likely not 2026, most likely 2027, since they just officially announced Kratos, who is the actor that played Thor in the game.
I am very curious how this is gonna go. And not for me at least, not in a bad way, because I've seen it before where like, and I wish I came in with an example, because I know I've seen, maybe it's just in my time at like college and all that, where like some of the musical theater people would play one role for a show, but then for the same show they would do like another role and all that. So like I could kind of tell, like, okay, you're gonna be Kratos after you're Thor now. Okay, how is your version of Kratos? How can you interpret what you basically went against in the game? So that's what's got me curious with this. It's like, okay, what can Thor, essentially Thor from the Kratos, from the God of War universe, what can you bring to the table as Kratos? And because like a lot of it has to do with like not only just like the anger of Kratos, but kind of like almost the, I don't want to say subdue, because that's like, that feels like the wrong word to use for
the quietness of Kratos.
Yeah,
trying to nail the emotion just by having him just act like, can you do, well, actually I know he can do just facial expressions to show acting, because remember the Titans is a thing. He was he was the main quarterback. I know he can nail that.
Yeah, so like it's not like I don't think he's gonna do it or do it well. I'm just intrigued on how he's going to do it.
Yeah,
but I'm excited for it. I want to see who's gonna play Thor as well, because we did get another announcement for somebody else in the game. Thor's wife. What's her name again?
Oh, Sif.
That was Kate Blanchett, I believe.
Which, I mean, aesthetically that looks good, but again, you know, gonna need to see how it plays out and all that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, at least, and I just want to see what he can bring to the table as Kratos. So, you know,
I'm excited to see what he can do.
Just saying, quick reminder, he is also in the film in the Odyssey that will be coming out later this year. He's part of that project as well. He was in the film as Rango. He was in the film of Titans. He was a voice in the movie of Superman, Men of Tomorrow. So he's been in a lot of projects. For those that don't know, he was Lobo as the Superman, the Man of Tomorrow animated movie. He was Lobo. So he has a couple of roles behind the stack. Not a lot of acting roles on screen. But hey, if they believe in him, if they cast him, it's because they know what he's doing and he has the potential for it. So that's great for him in the aspect.
Now, what's really cool too, I don't know if you guys saw this either. Apparently, Christopher Judge, the original voice for Kratos, or apparently he made a comment that he wants to play Darkseid at some point. And I'm just like, oh my god, give me the Kratos Darkseid, give me that. I need that in my veins. Okay. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to see how he does it.
All right, so for the next news, we got Steam requires the game devs to admit if the games are with any AI. They want to know, like, we need the full information. What's going on with your game? Was it adapted? Did you put some AI in the beginning and you forgot to take it out? Just like, you know, people was upset about Expedition 33. Things happen. But it seems like Steam has changed quietly changed a bit of the requirements, and I feel like that's a good thing, because right now we're in the rise of AI, we're in the rise of technology, so it's good that they want to have more of the detailed information.
Yep, thank God. Go for it. Moderate that shit, pretty please.
Yep. Yeah, because there are apparently ways that you can tell, besides just looking at it, obviously, if a game is made with AI. Like the biggest example I can think of, this was like the tail end of last year. Jacksepticeye did one of these game jam things, which is basically when a couple creators get together, they give like a prompt for people to make games, and they have like maybe 4 days to a week to make a game, and then the creators will, you know, play that game like on a stream or something and all that. And he made it a point to say, hey, by the way, don't use AI. If you use AI, you're disqualified. And he was just like, yeah, we have ways to like check to make sure if you did use it or not. So I'm glad that Steam is kind of jumping on a boat like that to be like, okay, yeah, nah, if you used any AI in your game and you kept it in there, we'll check it, we'll know about it, and you're not gonna have your game up there. And I mean, yes, get that shit out of here. The less AI in my life, the better.
I think I would have to check it again. I think you could still do it, but it does have the taglines like, you made this with AI. You did it.
Okay.
All right. So we speaking of good news, let's be a little heartwarming now.
No.
Okay, fine. We'll skip the dying boy that may need some help here. But
wait, dying boy. Tell me more about the dying boy.
No. So
is he 6 feet under?
This is going to age horribly. Cannot wait for that. So I came across this story today, and I just kind of want to bring attention to it because it is for a good cause. There is an 81-year-old grandmother that has been playing Minecraft for the past few months, and she's hoping to just bring in more awareness and money for her grandson's cancer treatment. And Vash, I'm hoping that, we can arrange this, but I put a link in our little list of news. There is a link that I included for the grandson's GoFundMe page as well. So if you all want to go contribute to a good cause here, there should be a link in the description. It is for supporting Jack's fight against his sarcoma cancer. And if you guys want to watch a grandma play Minecraft too, that's great. Give her a watch. I watched just a few minutes before hopping in the call tonight, and she seems fun. Nice and sweet like any grandma, so give her a watch and give her a cause.
I find it very wholesome that she's playing Minecraft out of any game. Like that's really good. I like that a lot.
Her reaction so far to just like everything it's adorable.
Oh, at least she's not playing something like Elden Ring. Was there a granny that played Elden Ring on Twitch or something?
Oh, God,
I want to say that was a thing.
Granny plays Elden Ring.
I don't know. But yeah, be sure to check out that GoFundMe, everybody. Use your money for a good cause, not Zelda Legos. I mean, freaking call a spade. Use your money wiser than a freaking block of a rainbow tail, or $600 for Pokemon that look like shit. Legasp! How dare I use a 4-letter curse word? Right, Trevor?
Shit.
Yeah, oh my God. Where's the counter? Where's our counter from like South Park again? Because you say it enough times, demons from the underworld will come out and try to destroy everybody. But we could keep talking about this granny all we want. That's fine. That's cool. That's neat. That's awesome. No, we're done being sweaty. We're done with the wholesomeness. Let's get into some anime lately, everybody, because One Piece is coming to Universal Studios.
Kinda.
It kind of is, ladies and gentlemen. So, reading this off from Universal Studios Hollywood, Los Angeles. There's some things to do. You can celebrate One Piece because set sail for adventure with the new One Piece Grand Pirates Show. Experience Luffy and the Straw Hat crew in a high-energy spectacular of battles, stunts, and pyrotechnics. So, basically, it's a stunt show, which, you know what? Cool. Fine. I mean, stunt shows are fun.
Oh, yeah.
I watch wrestling on a daily basis. That's a stunt show, and that can be fun. You know,
there's also exclusive foods that you can be able to buy from this Universal Fan Fest night, like a Chopper cupcake, where Chopper's
finally eat Chopper.
Yeah, Chopper's skull seems to have been condensed into a cupcake, where only his hat and antlers remain. So you can eat that.
Oh, that's perfect.
As well as what I can only assume is some kind of pineapple, or maybe a drink based off of Blackbeard. I don't know.
Mr. Zehaha all day, every day. Oh, yeah, please. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Oh, there's not much info on here.
Not much. This was just announced. But
that's
hey,
fine.
It's cool. FanFest Nights, in case those that aren't aware, it's Universal Studios' way of just like, let's just be a little silly from time to time. You want a Scooby-Doo tie-in with Universal Monsters? We got that. You want to do more stuff? You want to see more things in Harry Potter? You got that. You want Dungeons and Dragons? Here's Dungeons and Dragons, and here's Nintendo World while we're at it. So,
yeah,
fun little time. I just saw that One Piece made it in. It's like, wait, what?
Oh, One Piece is here. What? Ugh. Oh man! But enough of One Piece. What about the grandfather of One Piece, or the brother, if you're still part of the '90s? Because Dragon Ball Z Kakarot finally finishes their DLC for Daima as they wrap up with Part 2, Adventure Through the Demon Realm Part 2. I don't even think I played Part 1 of the DLC. I don't even think I even bought this DLC yet. I say yet, but
from what I have seen so far, it is still the Kakarot formula, a faithful retelling of the Demon World saga, in terms of gameplay, and of course the highlights are the boss fights, especially how you can destroy certain bosses with certain cinematics, with all that hyper expressions that we all know and love.
Yay.
Unfortunately, I learned this. Apparently, you don't get to play as adult Goku in Super Saiyan 4 when you beat everything.
That's dumb. How dare they? How dare they?
Dude, the cutscene at the end, it's like Goku says, I want to be... It was fun being a kid again. And then the shopkeeper that had all the bugs, he's like, oh, well, here's another bug. It will turn you into a kid again. And it's like, and now you can play as Mini Goku, Mini Vegeta, Mini Piccolo.
But I don't want to play as the mini versions. I want to be the big versions. I want to be the adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I want to be the adult Piccolo because Mini Piccolo didn't do shit. I want to be the adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Don't tell me Piccolo did anything in Daima because he didn't. He kicked.
I cried.
That's what he did.
He was my favorite character until Toriyama did. Like, I made him wave in my final draw, and it's like, no.
Yeah. If anything, he had Piccolo with a moment with an older Namekian where it's just like, oh yeah, Namekians are actually demons instead of slug people from outer space. It's just like, okay, good. We're going back to that. Thank God, because being slug aliens. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of hurts when you go back to Dragon Ball. It's just like Demon King Piccolo. And it's like, don't you mean Slug King Piccolo? No, Demon King. What?
Now he gets to be a demon again. Hooray!
Hooray! Woo! He's a demon. like the Tusken Raiders would say.
We kept going on, and demons, they can be quite mysterious. And apparently there is a Lord of Mysteries. Vash, tell us more about this Lord of Mysteries game in anime.
Because I'm watching this trailer, I'm just like, why is this a game? And why are we talking about an anime lately?
Yes, because the reason is because there is a dual reality when it comes to this. There's a Lord of Mysteries game announcement, so I'll put it in the relation with the anime ladies, because also it came to tell us, the audience, again, that hey, in case you forgot, there's a TV anime lineup for Lord of Mysteries. They already have the schedule for this show that many other animes don't even have this type of schedule or release date. that they literally have season 2 2027, season 3 2030, season 4 2032, season 5 2033, season 6 2034, and final anime movie 2035. Bro, I don't even know what I'm doing in my life 2035. I have told my friends and everything what I have prediction for the company, what prediction for my life, for myself. But do I even know that I'm gonna be alive and see the final anime movie of 2035 of Lord of Mysteries? Who the fuck knows? Does it feel like I need to watch this first season anime now to actually be up with the long journey next year? Most likely. Am I in a rush right now? No. But there is a dub. So go check it out. I did check out the dub, like the first 2 episodes. It's really good. So, I support the dub. But the game itself looks interesting. It's a MMORPG, I think is what I saw online. Remember at the top of my head.
Oh, it's an MMO?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Looks interesting.
Play together.
Yeah,
maybe
online, possibly. Who knows? But it does look interesting. The game itself is something that I will play in the future. Only time will tell. But it looks fascinating. That's all I want to bring up for the information for the audience and the panelists, in case you guys were unaware about this.
Yeah, because I'm watching the trailer right now. I mean, it kind of gives me vibes from like the early stages of Expedition 33, like walking around the town at least before all hell breaks loose. But yeah, I mean, this looks fun. I mean, there's a comment that's highlighted right now that says, "If this is the graphics, my whole PC gonna explode." So there's also that. Yeah, I mean, this could be fun. Time will tell.
Only time will tell. Any thoughts, Cloudy, on the lineup of watching TV until 2035 or the game itself?
I am interested in the game. You know me. This kind of looks like my kind of jam to play with friends.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So
we should play Final Fantasy 14.
That is true. We should.
Or Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay, I'll take that.
True. Or Baldur's Gate. I will actually jump in with you. Supposedly my Steam says I have 200 hours, but that's not real. But hey, we will have that conversation on another time.
Someone left it on.
Yes, for sure. Somebody did, for sure. But when it comes to our Weebs news, our last segment, when it comes to our conversation of the big news buzz central, we have a couple of stuff for this lineup. Let's go on for our Zootopia 2. It's now the #1 grossing animated movie. It has beaten Frozen. It has beaten all the possible big names that you have thought about, even Moana, even the other big names, even Wreck-It Ralph. It has broken all records. It right now has surpassed $1.7 billion. Fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Lion King. Yeah.
Live action Lion King, that is.
No, it's not even live action. It was all
actually. That's why I did this. That's why I did this. Quotations.
I believe I saw the news source a couple of weeks ago. I was watching John Campy or some other person, and they was talking about that the Lion King, like per words, it's not considered live action no more. It says they have like a different name attached to it, so it's not even live action. It's technically like in the borderline
trash
of animated. So it's like okay.
Is the funniest thing, considering that on the year they released that movie, they they nominated it for every single Oscar category except animated movie of the year.
That's hilarious. I can't. But also, thanks China for all your hard work, for all the people that went to go see this movie
multiple times, 100% for sure.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yes. I mean that's the reason. That's the reason Lion King was up there. It was because of China.
Curses.
Like foiled again by China.
Hey Chad, if you also want to hear, remember when I spoke about Minecraft? I want to see Jason Momoa. I also want to check it out because of Jack Black and the other girl.
What is this?
From Peacemaker. We have Jason Momoa. If you guys didn't know, Jason Momoa says the Minecraft 2 will begin filming this April. The script is even better. So good, I laugh out loud. I haven't laughed out loud in so long with a script. Source by Fallen Tonight. Okay.
No, I'm more of a fan of what I called it, Cock Jock 2, Jack Black's Revenge. That sums up how I feel about all this.
July 23, 2027. It's insane. We have we definitely have a future of Minecraft. We might have a cinematic universe.
Look, I hate you for saying that, but I'm more excited for this next news piece.
Yes,
I'm more excited for this next one.
The question is, excited or confused? Because Chad,
excited.
First look at Romeo and Juliet Godzilla one-shot comic. The comic tells the story of Romeo and Juliet from the perspective of Godzilla.
I love how the second picture, it's Godzilla with Romeo, and I'm assuming that's Mecha Godzilla.
Can the two star-crossed lovers avoid getting smashed by a giant monster?
You don't know that Mechagodzilla is operated by what I assume is one of the royal families, like it might be Juliet's dad piloted that mech. It is so beautiful. Everyone listening to this, please open up a new tab, swipe up, go online, look up Romeo Juliet Godzilla comic. You're gonna find it quite easily. The art alone, it got my attention. I shared this with all of you first, and I meant what I said. I was crying with laughter and joy when I saw this.
Actually, so like, when is the release date?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Let me look at that one.
Chad, just be aware, we will be talking about it probably on the April 8th. IDW will be returning to the brand of insanity with the launch of a 4-issue line of oversized one-shot comic called Godzilla Monster Piece Theater Presents, and the ideas behind the series. There's more information.
Perfect.
And there's more than one. It says that there will be more of these storylines connected. So we might get the Sleeping Beauty somehow. I bet you I'm just throwing this. We might get something else involving the Red Riding Hood with Godzilla. Who knows?
Oh my god! I didn't even see the one on the corner! What do you mean Godzilla and Robin Hood? Yes!
Wait, I thought you saw that.
No, I didn't. I was so focused on Godzilla's derpy face.
Yeah, Godzilla and Robin Hood makes sense. That's gonna be a crazy wild conversation for it.
Screw the year of Lara Croft. Screw the year of Tomb Raider. It's gonna be the year of Godzilla, because we're getting another Godzilla minus movie. We're getting Godzilla and Juliet.
Fuck Avengers Doomsday. This is the crossover we want.
Godzilla and Robin Hood.
Like, these are the type of crossovers I want, honestly. Just give me weird shit, just somehow making it make sense. Yeah, Godzilla, Romeo and Juliet, somehow, logically, yeah. Give me the Romeo's father, or Juliet's father, in the mecha. Somehow, make it work. Yeah. And then we have Romeo on top of Godzilla. Say, hereby! Man. Shakespeare.
Man, that multiverse theory sure is a bitch, isn't it?
Minecraft is the next one right there.
For the love of God, for the love of all things holy, please end the Romeo and Juliet story with both of them die and Godzilla sheds one singular tear, and that's the final page.
He sleeps at the graveyard that they both drank the poison in.
Conveniently, the graveyard is located next to a sea.
He just kind of cradles the whole graveyard, like. Future Vash, if these are not clips, I swear I'm coming for your head.
Well, Chad, if you want to come to your head, let's use that as a transition by saying a Game of Thrones sequel series is being explored, and the story is still undecided. By the way, sources Hollywood reported, because they'll always be having some good sources, and there's a possibility they may focus to Arya Stark. I haven't watched Game of Thrones, so I have no comments on this. Does anybody here have seen Game of Thrones?
After it.
Trev, go speak. This is your floor. Speak, my young Padawan.
So there is good and bad news with this one. The good news is that House of the Dragon, which was a prequel to Game of Thrones, came out, and that was pretty good. The bad news is, do I still trust HBO with continuing the story of Game of Thrones in a post-season 8 world? I don't think he can fucking fix that. So good luck. That's all I got.
All right. So good luck. But you know what you guys could believe in more? An Indiana Jones anime series has been developed, but soon canceled by Lucasfilm. Would have followed Indiana Jones in adventure set in between the events of the film. Rodrigo Blas, the Star Wars Vision, was developing the show from the rap. And you know what, chat? I would have been fine with an Indiana Jones animated series. I honestly would have been okay with this. This would have been good lore. This would have been good conversation. You could have fucking I'm drawing blank in his name. The main actor from Indiana Jones.
Oh, Harrison Ford.
Thank you, Harrison Ford. He should just come back and voice it. This man be lazy about him coming to work and everything. If he could just voice the role, I think he would actually have no problem at this point.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
I mean, that's the thing. I would have been more on board with this. I'll also say, though, an animated Indiana Jones series in 2026. I don't know how well that would do. I feel like that's a little, like, I don't know, 40 years too late?
True,
press X to doubt.
If you have literally Nathan Drake, Lara Croft, you literally could have success in this. Like, animated is a good success when the actors are older and everything. You could just find that loophole. But hey, sucks that it possibly got canceled. I feel like it could have been a good success.
Well, don't worry. We'll talk about the reason that was canceled later. And the person who got rid of a bunch of shit that would have been cool.
Yeah. Because Chad, last week we spoke about rumors, but this week we talk about some Netflix news for this conversation because hey, Netflix has been doing well for themselves, and it seems like they have a big week this week. Netflix has confirmed that they will be having 45 days window for their theaters for the movies being releasing from HBO Max / Warner Brothers. That we're gonna be in big theater business. We want to win, and I want to win opening weekend. I want to win the box office. I feel like this guy Ted doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about because the way he's like, I want to win box office. Like, my guy, doesn't work easy as that. But hey, whatever scratches your back and you feel like you did your job, go for it. But I also want to on top of this, since this relates to Warner Brothers, Paramount, stop asking your ex-girlfriend to come back to you. Warner Brothers not gonna come back. You've tried 8 times. You've been asking people from the UK. You've been asking people from the government, like, hey, can we do this? It's been like 9-10 times by now over the past 2 months. You guys have issues. The other news is that Matt Damon explains to Netflix Film to have it reiterate the plot 3 to 4 times in the dialogue because people are on their phones, of course, because they're watching it at the comfort of their home. They could pause it to grab new popcorn, pause it to go to the bathroom, pause it to go get water break, pause it because, it's Netflix and chill time, and then resume after the Netflix and chill time is over. So things happen.
You pause it? You pause it during that time?
Hey, sometimes people pause it because they want to still be entertained or have it as background noise. But Matt Damon said to Joe Rogan's podcast, and trust me, there's a few things as well. Guys, search up online. It was Matt Damon and Ben Affleck that said a few quite interesting things. We will be briefly talking about it. But Matt Damon said a standard way to make an action movie, you usually have 3 set pieces, and they kind of ramp up the big one with all explosions. Now, they are like, can we get a big one in the first 5 minutes? We want people to stay tuned in. And it's crazy how they said the first 5 minutes that you can't even wait within 10, 15, 25 for the first action piece, Act 1 to be ending. You got to wait within the first 5 minutes. Oh, no. But then, chat, we also have one last thing involving Netflix. I feel like it's a good thing for them. I feel like it's a big win. After the Legend of Zelda movies in theatrical and home entertainment release period has been over, it will be streaming exclusive worldwide on Netflix. How do you guys feel about this news with Netflix? I feel like they're taking a W.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just Ben and Matt. No, bad boys. No, get in the newspaper. No. I do not agree with the take. It's like we have to appeal more to people in the first 5 minutes, motherfucker. They're watching the theme for the movie. If they do shenanigans, that is on them. That is not on the film's job. Focus on just the qualities of the film, not on the people themselves. People are a wide variety of weirdos that may be interested in your movie and maybe not. Also, you reiterate your plot every 3 to 5 times. We're not dumb.
Yeah. Well, so that's what they're saying that Netflix is telling them.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not Matt or Ben saying it. They're saying because that's that. So the quote was, a standard way, the normal way to make an action movie. You usually have 3 set pieces that kind of ramp up to the big one with all the explosions. That's why, like, at the end of the movie, that's where all your big explosions from. But nowadays, because people have attention spans of a freaking duck taking on bread or whatever, that too. Yeah, people lose focus after 30 seconds, if we're being honest. And that's being graceful too. You could lose somebody in like 5 seconds. Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Netflix are like, can we get a big explosion within 5 minutes? That and the whole thing about like plot being reiterated 3 to 4 times. Here's the thing, Netflix, don't make movies or make series where you have to do that. Stop catering to people being on their phones. How about you, like, I don't know, engage people in your movie, make them actually give a shit about your movie or your product, have them actually like be part of the experience of making a movie or of watching a show or anything. Because that's the thing, we watch these shows, we watch these movies to kind of escape from reality a little bit, but also see another reality that's out there, or like in the multiverse or whatever bullshit you want to come up with. But like, that's the thing, we watch these movies to be entertained. We want to watch these to get away from our phones, to get away from the extra bullshit that we have to do, unless you have an hour and a half commute to work and that's the only time you get a chance to watch these movies or television series. But I digress. Don't make your shows or movies like this.
Agree.
Because like Trevor was saying, we're not that dumb. But what you're doing is you're making people dumb like that. And you're literally like catering to the horrible media illiteracy that is going on in this country right now. Like, people just, God, all day today. This is a side tangent too, everybody. Freaking, I don't know if you guys have been seeing the backlash that SNL had lately this weekend. What? With the Stranger Things cast.
Oh, I love that skit though. That skit was amazing. Yeah. It was good comedy.
Trevor, they had a skit with like 3 of the members of the Stranger Things cast. They were spoofing Sex and the City. Yep. And at one point, one of the boys was just like, yeah, my sex life with one of the characters is pretty bad. So bad that sometimes it seems like she slipped into her coma that she was in the show.
Okay.
Funny line.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Funny line. Again, I'm a guy, so I'm just like, oh, funny, you're a. But people took that so seriously and were just like, oh, this is not funny. This is stupid. He would never say it. It's just like, motherfucker. This is not something that's serious. This is SNL, for God's sakes.
They are learning those to be parody.
Yeah, and I know comedy is one of the most subjective things in this whole world, but come the fuck on, people. Like, get a funny bone or something. Like, learn to just not be so serious. If this is really where the world's going to with entertainment and people consuming entertainment, I want no part of it. If we're gonna be like, not to step on a soapbox and be like, oh, we're so weak, we're so babies and all that stuff, but literally, come on, man. Like,
I do have to agree and support that this SNL skit was funny. It was comedy. And I love how the guys was just having fun with Dustin, his character. Like, hey, my life has been like bad dates after bad dates because a girl that, helped us save the world. We never stopped talking, and then, I just had a bad life. That's normal. People believe about once you end off a bad relationship, you just have a whole domino effect of just having bad dates. That's something else comedy. And him having nosebleed, he said, nah, it's cocaine. To me, that's comedy. Like, this is Sex in the City. Like, this is stuff that happened in the early 2000s.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Girl pair.
Yeah,
get a backbone.
But
I don't know.
bringing it back
Yeah,
towards Matt Damon, towards Netflix. Legend of Zelda, great success with 45 days, and Matt Damon and Ben Affleck speaking the truth of how the Netflix industry is, or streaming, or just home video aspect. As somebody who has worked for Netflix, they do have a checklist. They do literally have people for Netflix on set and literally having a direction of what they want the product to be and how to execute. And sometimes it's always annoying, not the best feeling, but hey, you got to pick and choose your poison. But does anybody have any more thoughts before we last hit our last tackle of news? No? Okay. So let's hit on with our Disney news. Trev, take it away with our Disney news of Disney Galaxy Edge, Star Wars Episode 10, the parting shots of Kathleen Kennedy, everything that involves with this, and then we can do our mini movie review.
So, that little hint gave me all I needed to know about how these next ones are gonna go. Oh
well, we learned last week that Kathleen Kennedy was gonna go, and we all thought, hey, what's the what you know, the shock of it was one thing. What is the fallout gonna be like? And I wish I touched on that more, but unfortunately I was losing my mind last week because you all thought that Star Wars would have been saved by Dave Filoni, and the fallout is kind of proven true with that one right now. So, well, of course, we have, you know, Kathleen Kennedy's final statement, and I shall read this with the respect and dignity that she deserves.
I'm sure you will.
When George Lucas asked me to take over Lucasfilm upon his retirement, I couldn't have imagined what lay ahead. It has been a true privilege to spend more than a decade working alongside the extraordinary talent at Lucasfilm. Their creativity and dedication have been an inspiration, and I'm deeply proud of what we've accomplished together. I'm excited to continue developing films and TV with both longtime collaborators and fresh voices who represent the future of storytelling. And as you guys can expect, everyone in question is like, bye, bitch. Get out. That has been all the replies I've been seeing. It's like, good riddance. It should have been studied how she took three very profitable brands, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and oh no, why am I blanking on the last one? It was no, I had it in my head. It was the Warwick Davis series, Willow, that was it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, gotcha. I remember that. The one time.
In her leadership, she nuked all three of those franchises to the ground. So that was when you have like people applauding the fact that you're quitting and they don't believe you at all. In fact, like, I can't wait for the future of storytelling. That was your legacy. And then came the pardon shots. It's like, well. Mm-hmm. Before she left, we have some updates on some movies and shows. As she was literally getting her foot out the door. James Mangold's film, I don't know which one that is referring to, is on hold. But according to Kathleen Kennedy, has an incredible script.
Oh, I think that was the Maul movie, wasn't it? I think it was the Darth Maul movie.
Oh, goody good.
Yeah, I think.
The next one I'm sad about, the Donald Glover has turned in a script for Lando. That one might not be happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to get obliterated. Simon Kinberg is actively working on a trilogy of films that Dave and Lynwyn are very on board for. Good luck. Good luck getting those out. Taika Waititi, now Public Enemy number 3, has turned in a script for a film that Kathleen calls hilarious and great. Again, I can't believe anything she says.
Don't have anything that Taika is involved with, because I hate Thor 3. I hate how he used Thor.
Wait, Thor 3? Wait, hold on. Thor 3 or 4?
Both. Ragnarok and Love and Thunder was made by him, and both of them were not good.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't like Ragnarok?
No,
Sorry, Vash.
Ragnarok was better than Love and Thunder, but still,
Yeah.
like both were not great. Like, would I choose one or the other? Definitely Ragnarok, but Love and Thunder was just also trash as like worse.
I'm sorry, Vash. I'm afraid I have to destroy you now.
Oh my god! I've never wanted to walk out of a movie theater more than when I watched Love and Thunder.
I hated Love and Thunder. I hate what Passion Taika doesn't know how to be a comedy with Thor. He doesn't know how to hit him right.
Yep.
It's just very disappointing. But yes,
Like Ragnarok was fine for me.
Yeah, it was fine.
Ragnarok,
Like it was fine. It was
but-
just not good. It was fine. Like a nice solid 7.
Well,
out of
that's a
10.
shame. I fucking love Ragnarok.
Love and Thunder to me was like a 4 out of 10 to me. That shit was atrocious.
Oh, that's being gracious.
Love and Thunder was cruel and unusual punishment.
But hey, let's continue on with Disney.
Yes,
We have Marvel,
Yeah.
but let's
Speaking of hunting for good stuff, there will be Kathleen Kennedy has confirmed that the hunt for Ben Solo, the thing that everyone wants for some reason, is also on the back burner. Okay, I got nothing on that one. However, there was some good news, and it's really fucking funny, given that the moment Kathleen Kennedy left, the moment she's gone, Disney Parks announces like, hey, that Galaxy's Edge theme park that a lot of people did not like because it was time locked in the sequel era and the characters. Well, hey, don't worry. We are expanding the timeline. On April 29th, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, and Han Solo will be in the land. We're including the Galactic Civil War and New Republic, as well as the Age of Resistance and First Order. It is now a cavalcade of Star Wars characters, as it should have been. Maybe you don't need a storytelling device to bring in these characters together. I say this because I feel like a lot of people forgot what Star Wars Land was like before Disney officially bought the product. Have either of you been to Disney World during that time before the
sadly,
Dark
no.
Ages?
And I had that much money.
Probably. I don't remember if I went to Star Wars Land though.
They had weekend shows where they were having fun with the brand, where you just had like 3 stormtroopers just doing like funny little skits, and they were called Star Wars Weekends. Highly recommend Star Wars Weekends. Look them up, and you just get to have like fun little commentary with stormtroopers. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, the second she goes, it's like, well, time to course correct. And I feel like that just ultimately encapsulates what Disney has done, or I'm sorry, not just Disney, what Kathleen Kennedy has helped done with Star Wars, because like she helped along with Disney. They made an entire sequel trilogy that just it didn't resonate at all with people. We're in that era where it's like it's just time to clown on them. It's like the prequels, but I don't see any return investment on that. So they went back to pilfer from the Clone Wars and original trilogy. Again, they just cannot help themselves. They cannot make Star Wars content that actually has some kind of like value that is able to last for a moment. So yeah, that is where Star Wars is at. Just damage control. And now for the final story.
Hey, I want to read this one.
Well, wait, what's up? You want to read this one?
Yeah, because this one threw me off on a turmoil chat because it's our last news for the discussion. Is Andor widely regarded as one of the strongest creative achievements of Kathleen Kennedy tenures at Lucasfilm. However, it was widely reported from the Wrap that disliked by Dave Filoni, according to Lucasfilm sources cited and new analysis by Drew Taylor in the Wrap, that Dave Filoni does not like the highest creative achievement of Star Wars in his new tenure, Andor, that literally has won nominations in season 1 and 2. Crazy. This got me shocked. I was flabbergasted, honestly. Like, I was thrown up.
Here's the caveat with it, though.
Yeah, here comes the plot twist. It's fake. That whole thing was fake.
Yep.
People fell into it hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
Dave Filoni did not I was
Me
pissed
too.
as well. I was pissed initially because I was like,
I was pissed at first because it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
But I was pissed. I got caught by the lie.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
oh, damn it.
I think what fuels the fire is the fact, like, I feel like this could be something he says, and that was part of the problem. However, in researching, it turns out that Dave Filoni does not dislike Andor. He actually said it was fantastic, and it's like, and it's like the internet lied, and it's like, yeah, he really did think it was fantastic. Now you may think, oh, so thank you, Weebs Lounge. We did it. We saved people from misinformation. That is not why I put this story in here. Whawkins knows exactly where I'm about to go with this.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, because you spread, or the rap spread misinformation like this, it has brought about another fucking useless debate about whether Andor is Star Wars or not. That is where we're at. In the wake of Kathleen Kennedy leaving, we're not talking about her anymore. We're not even talking about Dave Filoni anymore, despite what people are trying to put out there, saying it's like, guys, you fell for a lie. It is, let us argue pointlessly over Andor and whether it's called Star Wars or not. And it's like, it's Star Wars, get the fuck over it, you whining sack of babies.
Yeah.
Whining sack of babies. I agree.
I mean, it's like how Boruto, as much as I don't like it, is part of the Naruto universe. I don't like it, but it is part of it.
Who's Boruto?
The sequel trilogy is part of it.
Correct answer, Vash. I'm glad you gave the correct answer.
Thank you, Boruto. I don't know, that name sounds familiar. But hey, I feel like that's a great conversation of Lucasfilm and their great hierarchy of shit that they're gonna go through the next 6 months and what they've been going through with their bullshit. So hopefully, guys, everyone enjoy the Big News Buzz Central discussion of our Palworld, Lego, Nintendo. We have here Load of Mysteries having their whole type of cinematic universe for the next 10 years. So that's going to be awesome and fun. But then we got Star Wars and everything else. But you guys are here from the title, from the thumbnail. You guys saw a movie review for The Rip. And if you guys don't know, you could guys watch it officially on Netflix. You guys could watch it for free. If you're already paying for the subscription, you don't guys got to pay an additional service for that. Netflix for free. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. And it's directed by directed by
Matt Damon.
No. Joe Carnahan. But if you guys didn't know, I do want to add this. That Joe Carnahan is the director of The Grey, The A-Team, if you guys didn't know, Smoking Aces, and a few other films from a couple years ago. So he has a good resume of things he has done over the years, so that's nice to know. But this was a movie with, also I should add, with Steven Yeun, the voice of Invincible as well. We also have a performer artist, I'm trying to name, Tanya Taylor as well. So we had a good cast. We had a good crew in this film. I was impressed with this. And I will just say, my quick thoughts and review overall from this film. I went in just because it's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. You was literally has seen them throughout the years as a duo actors in many of their films, and just knowing them, seeing them kind of threw me off a bit in the first 20 minutes because I'm like, holy shit, they're fucking old. How many white hairs do they have on their face? They don't want to dye that shit. They just want to look how old they want to look. All right, cool. Stay old then. Understood. The action was good. The music, the score, the sound mixing was fucking fantastic. Like every scene that you felt the pressure in, you felt things was escalating, but then the music stopped, letting you feel the pressure still going. But then you don't know, is it going left, right? Who's going to pull the trigger? Who's going to get shot? You slowly start to put the pieces together of who's the person to trust, who's the one that was lying to you. So you find out those things. That was enjoyable. The ending was well sequenced. I love the fight between the brothers in the beginning. I'm gonna just say that put a smile on my face as somebody who has tough issues with his own brother, just smacking the shit out of it, and then finding out, oh, that's just regular shit with his brother. I'm like, wait a minute, his brother is a TNT, then his brother's a F-Fed, and then they just beat each other like it's nothing. Oh, cool, I love that shit. But then finding out at the end of the film the brother does the saving and still gets his car robbed and say, "No, you gotta buy me a new car." Love that shit. It's just the little small moments of characterization. Everything else, action pieces, was really entertaining. Highly recommend for anybody to watch this film with libations or with libations. It's still worth it. Anybody wants to jump next?
Actually, should we give a quick synopsis of what this movie is in case it tickles the interest of people?
Go ahead.
All right. Basically, The Rip. I'll do my review then afterwards. Basically, The Rip is after a police captain is gunned down trying to after doing some undercover work, it is up to her team to figure out, like, all right, what did she die for? And it turns out they all find a giant wad of cash. And it
humongous, not just giant, humongous of almost fucking
20. It was 20 million. It was a little over 20 million by the end of the. I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Everyone got told that 75 is 150, 85 smartly, which I didn't pick that up until later.
So basically it has become like a test now of morality. It's like, all right, are any of these cops crooked? And that could be why their captain was killed in the first place. Who can we trust to keep this money safe? And then when they start getting ominous phone calls, it turns out that, there are some crooked cops. So it's a matter of who trust. And it all leads up to a big old explosive finale. That's basically the plot. You can't say much more without spoiling everything, but I'll try my best for my review. So, this movie, I like it. I don't think it was one of the best films yet, but it was all right. I like the acting. I do like the action at the very end. I do like the mind tricks where I feel like I would appreciate a second watch of the film to keep an eye out for, like, oh, this is how our main character is going to try to work around all these potential dirty cops in this very tense situation. The only issues that I have are that a lot of the dialogue is kind of very exposition heavy, kind of linking to what that Netflix thing that Matt Damon was talking about. It's like, oh, we have to keep reminding them what the plot is. Like, well, I think I can figure it on my own. Focus more on the character work instead of just exposition. And the fact that, honestly, this is a me thing. Don't know how you guys felt, but I felt like there was too much swearing. It was trying to be cool with the swearing, kind of like Has Been Hotel in a way. It's like, I don't need every other line to have the word fuck or shit in it. Again, I feel like they'd be spent by elsewhere. But other than that,
I was going to comment. The swearing,
it was okay.
It didn't really bother me. The swearing felt like normal of two old guys, gentlemen, and a crew that's all in their adulthood that goes through life bullshit of cops. So, like, to me, it's like that all that stress gets to them. So I felt like that was kind of normal from their end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. It was just like it was distracting for me. That's why I said it could just be me, but yeah, that's really all it was. Just a little distracting. But yeah, like the movie, you would recommend it if you all just want a simple movie. Nothing too much at stake here. Just a nice, enjoyable romp.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. There was a moment. It was super early on in the movie. I kind of had the same monkey brain thought as you. I'm just like, wow, they're cussing a lot. But I'm just like, oh, wait, they're grizzled cops. Okay, never mind. All right, fuck it. Literally, I said, all right, fuck it. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, it was a good movie. I will say, for me, the twist kind of saved it, because the whole time I'm just like, okay, why are you doing that? Why are you talking about this in front of her? Why are you purposefully laying down your phone knowing it's going to turn on to show a kid on there? But I mean, with a twist though, I'm just like, okay, you know what? Makes sense why you did some things. Still a little iffy on certain things, but I get it. I understand it. It's fine. It was all right. It was all right. I still question why the cartel was even just like, this kind of gets a little spoilery into it. Why were they just kind of watching things and then just said, all right, bye. They could have just taken the 20 million right there.
Look, when it comes to So let's transition to our spoiler
Yeah.
review chat now, because for those that are still kicking by, hopefully you guys enjoy the movie. Hopefully you guys are here for the entertainment at the aspect of the movie itself. And I love how the cartel just straight up said, like, look, do we have any problem with the Captain Police that died? No. She dug her own grave is what they acknowledged. Like, hey, we had a problem with her. We're not the ones that dealt with her. But we don't want no more issues, no more problems, because they literally say it's a tax write-off. We're okay losing $20 million, and we'd rather not kill another cop and deal with the news. And I'm like,
me then.
Yo, when I heard that shit, we're okay losing $20 million. I expected Matt Damon to come back in and be like, all right, so we each gonna take $5 million. All right, we each gonna keep it to ourselves and leave. That's what I was expecting. I'm like, oh, the cartel said we don't need to literally call it in. So let's take ourselves. In my head, I'm like, yo, Steven Yeun's character, you're sweating with anxiety, my G. You're making it too obvious. You're making it hot that you literally are in the shit. You're literally in the shit.
He made it way too obvious. I'm just like, oh, okay, you did it. All right, cool, neat.
Yo,
awesome.
I just expect from Matt Damon in the middle of the street be like, are you a snitch?
Dude, I thought he was gonna shoot him there. I was just like, oh, you're gonna like execute him right there. All right, bet. All
and
right,
that's why I give props for the sound mixing, because they like they did it on time with the pressure, with the sound and everything. Because I'm like, are they gonna shoot him? Are they gonna shoot him? And then when you turn around, the sound stop. I'm like, all right, cool. The tension is gone, is away. Then they're not gonna do it. But I was just hoping, I'm like, yo, it would have been nice for the show. But then you got to deal with the other two girls to come out, be like, what's going on? I don't know if they're aware. I like the shot when Ben Affleck was in the house and the cut in my head where he came back by himself. Matt Damon, like, yo, did he just shoot his partner? I'm like, nah, it can't be. It can't be. In my head, I was like, yo, Ben couldn't have died off screen. I would have gotten pissed. I'm like, yo, you can't do this to Ben. But then we find out from the twist that he's like, yo, we gotta talk. So here's the real deal. You know, here's the twist. And I'm like, be honest, bro. What's going on? Like, so this is what happened. Your girlfriend, before she died, she sent me this information. So I knew somebody, like, she sent you this. Why didn't you tell me? Like, because I love the line, because this is true. If my best friend thinks I'm a rob, that means everyone else would think I'm a rob.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thought.
No, like I understood a lot of the logic behind it. Again, this was after the twist, because again, before the twist, I'm just like, dude, Matt, just tell them you got a tip from your old captain or whatever. That's all you have to do. And also, y'all can get away with taking, a few things, like a couple million. It would be fine. Throw another million to the other girl, because I'm not gonna lie, if 20 million was right there for me, I'm fucking taking that shit.
Bro, that stack that she
everybody.
had, bro, that stack she had, I'm like, I saw like at least 20K. I'm like, I would have just sneaked that in my bra or something. I'm like, dude, not even telling her. I'm like, nope.
The fact, like, early on too, like when they first find like all the buckets and all that of cash, and he's just like, yeah, there's like 2 million or whatever in this one
bucket,
and yeah, there's like 14 more of these things. I'm just like, but I almost vomited. I almost spewed chunks. I'm just like, there's that much money exists.
He acted fast though. He acted fast and said, "You give me your phones," because he said, "Hey, it's not about trust," and that's the toughest thing to deal with. It is, yeah. But also the leader, like, hey, like, it's not about trusting you. He said it. Money changes people. This amount of money will tempt you, and that's the real shit that he said. I'm like, yo, you know what? You ain't wrong, because if I was there, no matter how good-hearted I am as a guardian angel and everything, I would literally be like, I'm gonna take my wife to Hawaii next week. I'm gonna take my kid to college, and I'm good. I'm like, yo, good 20, 50K on the side. Not gonna hurt nobody. Not gonna hurt the cartel. They said it's a tax write-off. All right, cool.
Exactly.
Thinking that shit in. Nope.
I mean, my thing with the cartel, though, because, okay, he just randomly finds one member of the cartel that's just there. Okay.
Well, he's doing his job as a lookout. That's usually a cartel, one person that's literally just there doing the lookout.
Did they ever say who those 3 guys were that were in the truck? Oh wait, no, never mind. That was part of the shootout. Never mind. Eliminating that part. My thing is though, is like you have 2 cops that are just walking down the street, walking down Grove Street, not in cover at all. You couldn't have more people just run by and be like, blam, blam. I don't know, man. I'm just walking around. I'm just seeing this. I'm just like, y'all are like right in the open.
Bro was just carrying a whole M14. Like, yep, I'm just walking in the middle. But also,
no protection up
that
here.
town, that neighborhood was definitely suspicious because it looks like the cartel bought every house. They have access to the lights and everything. I'm like, okay, is this neighborhood a cartel owned then?
Well, I mean, yeah, they mentioned that too. Like in the movie, they're just like, yeah, there are rumors, blah blah blah. I'm just like, all right, this kind of goes with like Trevor's criticism with the like, yeah, there was a lot of exposition, a lot of not natural exposition.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like we have to remind people what the plot is. It was like it was a unnatural dialogue. I think that's the term for it.
Yeah, it's like you're telling them like, hey, us audience could know every single light turned on. That means somebody's watching or somebody has a hookup in Con Edison.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Oh, do we have to be told? Hey, by the way, I heard that there's a rumor that the neighborhood got bought by the cartel. Okay. You shouldn't believe everything you hear. Right, but we're cops though. We should know these things.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was that line. I'm just like, wait, what are you talking about? You should take the rumor at face value. Like, okay, wait, hold on. Let's actually kind of look at this. Let's actually be more on guard. But I mean, again, I think part of that too may have been, well, no, because he didn't know about it at that point. So it's like he couldn't know about the plan to like smoke out the liar or the snitch or whatever. So I don't know. There are holes in this movie, but again, this is one of those ones you just kind of turn on and you're just like, haha, guns.
I agree. What? It was entertaining with the gun aspect. Like I gave it a 4 out of 5. Out of a 10 score, I'll give it like an 8. It's just entertaining enough to still. If I was told to watch it with one of my friends on Discord or told with my wife, hey, let's have a background noise for Netflix and chill, we could have that. It's a good action movie and everything. It's a good entertaining. It's like you mentioned, it's the plot story have a few holes to the exposition, but like we heard from Ben and Matt Damon, their interviews where their explanation is, with Netflix, they have a few things of a criteria, and these are one of the things. Was it as obvious? Yes, because this was a lot of talk and execution, but we heard the twist. The twist was nice to find out that the brother literally said, find my iPhone. Here's where my location is. You can find out where I am.
Yeah. No, what got me was when they were in the back of the car and the one dude's just like, give me the burner, and calls the other guy to reveal to them. He's just like, redial. And it's like, oh, shiznit. Oh no!
Great camera work with the lighting, kind of showing them, not showing them, showing them. It was great lighting in the aspect, but also I was proud of Steven Yeun. Just seeing Steven Yeun going from The Walking Dead and then to Invincible, and then to this, like seeing that he's part of other projects other than his voiceover as Mark, is good to see him. So I was very happy to see him doing the role, and I'm glad he didn't get killed. I'm glad that he got arrested instead of the other guy that actually did the killing. So yeah. I'm glad he survived. Shocked this man kept trying to think that he was gonna actually get away, not knowing that maybe check the money the bag of carrying, that it wasn't just regular books.
Lol.
But Cloudy, you got any more comments about the movie itself?
Now we kind of touched base on everything. I think if we were to give it a rating, I know I said I liked it, but I would say like writing wise, I would probably give it like a 4 or 5 at best out of 10. It's a movie that I feel like will definitely benefit from a second watching. I agree. But this is one of those movies where I don't feel like I will remember it too much. Not saying there's anything particularly wrong with the film unless I watch it again and pay even more attention. But yeah, thought it was a-okay, but That's all it is. I'm not going to remember it after like a week.
Yeah, I would say like with a rating, at least for me, this kind of scales around like the 2.5 range, or it's like, it is good. I don't think I would rewatch it or anything, even knowing the twists and trying to like pinpoint things here and there and all that. I don't think I would rewatch it, to be honest. I would still recommend it, if you're just trying to look for something, again, like if you're in that Netflix and chill kind of phase of life, more power to you for one, but also, hey, it's a good movie to have on, because it can get very loud, and if you're chilling and it gets very, very loud while you're chilling, you need something to drown out that noise and all that. But
it can also be called a breath of fresh air. I guess you could go with that too.
It's a good palate cleanser from whatever peaks you might be climbing.
I do agree with that. And this is the first 2026 movie that you can say that you watch and everything. We also have a few movies at the end of this month, September. September, oh my God, what's with me in fucking September? You can have a few of these movies in January. We have Iron Lung as well coming out in the next week or so in the theaters, and a few others. All You Need Scale, and a few others coming out within the theater, so go check that out. But this was our movie review for The Rip on Netflix, starring Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this movie review when it comes to us. And this is the end of our show of episode 210 of Weebs Lounge, which was a great time, a great discussion to have with you guys. We had a lot of news for discussion. We had a good movie review of a good 10 to 15 minutes. So hopefully guys, everyone enjoyed that. Any last thoughts before we end our show, end our discussion, and say bye-bye, Felicia?
Read Ranger Reject and watch Invincible Fight Girl. There you go. See, I'm gonna find a way every single episode.
Watch
and also read it in Iruma-kun.
That too, yes. My recommendation.
And watch Sonic 3 as well with Shadow, where we possibly we'll get Sonic 4, and where Eggman, Steve Carey may come back. Steve Carey will be ending his career as Dr. Eggman, only as his last role. Literally, that's what he would do.
Sonic 3.
Let's go, Sonic 4. Dr. Eggman is dancing in space instead now. Instead of dancing with his uncle or great-grandfather, you're going to have him dancing in space with a hologram with Silver. 3. Right there. That's what we got for the next film. Take it. 3. Chat, you guys want it. Go watch it. Go play video games. Go play Final Fantasy. We might play some Final Fantasy 14. We'll also want to play some MMORG. Play together. Go Breath of the Wild, go crazy, go outside in the street like Naked Gun, like smacking down Cody Rhodes and having like 5 different facial expressions. With all those references of our own show, that's all I got. Let's end the show and say goodbye, Felicia, to everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight and taking the time to listen in. The Weebs Lounge podcast was presented by AniMa W3 Studio. Our production team are Vash, Whawkins, Trevor. Special thanks to our producer and guest for coming on. Don't forget to follow the socials of the branded team. All links are down below in the description, and links for the grandma for playing Minecraft. Don't worry about that one as well. We'll be there. Lastly, share, like, and most importantly, give feedback and let us know what you thought of this episode, chat. Yes, you is what I'm telling you. I'm going to be bullying you. Because you guys will make this episode help us succeed. On behalf of everyone at AniMa W3 Studio team, we thank you for joining us on this Weebs Lounge podcast, episode 210. We see you later. Take care. This podcast was not recorded by a live studio audience. Go have some cheese on pancakes, and it's very delicious. And go be a Sasuke. Sasuke, right there.
Play Yugioh.
And cheat. Make sure you cheat at Yugioh. The Pharaoh told me to do it.
Bye.